Thanks for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Bounce presented by ZTE. Make sure you go out and get your Axon phone today. I am joined by Patrick Miller, guard for the Texas Legends this season. And Pat, it's been a bit of a experience to come back home after spending time overseas and spending a whole year there after college. So let's start with that. What are the differences between being here in Texas, being overseas in Turkey, and being back at Tennessee State?
Well, coming from college, going overseas was pretty tough. It was a big adjustment for me. I was over there by myself, and I left in August, so I had like a few months for the summer to be around my family. But going over there was totally different. The 8-hour difference, I was 8 hours ahead, so talking to family and friends was hard for me. Just the culture was different, and especially the food. The first city I was in Turkey, I was able to eat like PF Chang's, and I had KFC, they had McDonald's. But other than that, I just ate a lot of chicken and rice. Every day was chicken and rice, breakfast, lunch, dinner, chicken and rice. It was hard to find bacon in Turkey, so I couldn't really eat
hard
that much.
Hard to find bacon in Turkey.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I couldn't eat a lot of breakfast food, but I ate a lot of cereal for breakfast.
So you're transitioning, food, culture, everything, right? But you were a stats machine in college. And a lot of people were wondering, hey, when you're putting up numbers like that, I believe you were top 5 in scoring in the country at one point. How does that translate to the professional level? So let's talk about the comparison there. We compared cultures and foods. What's the comparison like now, knowing what you accomplished at the collegiate level to now becoming a pro and seeing, what this level of competition is like?
When I first came out of college, I was thinking maybe they still wanted me to go over there in Turkey and be aggressive scoring. But once I got there, it was a lot of veterans. I had to learn, and the game was different. I focused more on my defense. The coach wanted me to guard full court, so I focused more on defense and then get my teammates involved. Even though I could score it, he wanted to use me as spurts. But it was just different. I had to change my game and learn a lot. I feel like I learned a lot my first year in Turkey. It helped me mature fast and learn the game of being a professional. So it helped me, and I was able to bring that back to the D-League this year. I feel like I learned a lot here, and just being overseas now, the D-League, I feel like it's just helping me both ways.
We're kind of working backwards from most recent until moving further and further back into your past. And so let's talk a little bit about what led you to Tennessee State, because you come out of Chicago, a basketball mecca of sorts here in the U.S. You dominate at Tennessee State. All first team in the conference, freshman of the year, newcomer of the year. What happened in Chicago that didn't put you in a position to perhaps play at University of Illinois or a larger Division I program, ultimately finding yourself at Tennessee State?
Growing up in Chicago, so many basketball players, all my friends, and if everybody played basketball, you'll get to know each other. And just being there, it was tough. A lot of us was on the same level. Growing up, playing basketball, a lot of schools looking at everybody, so everybody had the same kind of amount of schools. And it sort of happened going into my senior year. Tennessee State was the first school to jump on me in AAU, and they got real close to my family and my friends, so we developed a relationship. And then, so before the basketball season started my senior year, I committed, I verbaled, and I signed. So I signed early, but after that, my senior year, I had a breakout year as a senior, and I started having like high majors. I had Baylor, I had UIC, Illinois State, so I started getting the big name schools, Northwestern, but I already signed. So my plan was I was going to go JUCO and just try to pick up a high major, but the relationship I developed with the coach was so genuine, and I felt loyal, and I wanted to be loyal to him, so I decided to go to Tennessee State, and I knew I would be able to play right away and have an impact and help the team try to win games.
And that type of character is something that we've witnessed here at the Legends level, right? On draft day, trading with Oklahoma City to get you here and put you in a Legends uniform in that second round. And it wasn't, exactly a perfect marriage right from the jump, because you had to earn your way onto the court. But you did that through what you just described: hard work, dedication, loyalty, and you found a role on this team. What's it like to be able to be a part of the team now, have such a significant role, and learn from a head coach like Nick Van Exel?
It was tough at first, knowing that I can help the team, but with the way we had the team, we had a good team. We still have a good team. And I just had to wait my turn, just continue to work hard, help them get better, help the starters get better, like Teray and Tu. We have a great team individually. Everybody gets along. Tu cheers me up. He kept talking to me through the whole way, knowing just to stay positive, and everything happens for a reason. So I just wanted to keep getting closer to them on and off the court and continue to learn and just watch because I knew I would get my time eventually.
Successes seem to follow you after taking that particular approach early in the season. Now finding more consistent minutes, finding more consistent performances for yourself. Scouts referring to you as the D-League Bledsoe. I love it too, because I'll call you that on a daily basis. But what does it mean to you to know that you've been able to adapt each and every step of the way, whether it be from your junior to senior year in high school to going to college, dominating at that level in your conference, going overseas, being successful, and now here in the U.S.? What does that do for you as an individual?
I think it just makes me mentally stronger. I've been around some good people to help me, influential for me, and just staying in my word. Like I read the Bible, so I stay in my word, I stay positive, and I just learn as I go. Learn the way. I'm a quick learner. I just be picking up on things, and I just try to stay positive throughout everything and just keep getting better.
Now, Pat, we're going to take a break, but when we return, we're going to play a little game called Small Ball. You probably don't know what that means yet. I'll explain it to you once we go live. I want people to see your reaction immediately. But at the same time, if you had something to share with young kids growing up in Chicago right now, because not everybody who's playing basketball at a high level has the opportunities that you've been given, what would you share with them?
I would say, it's okay to be different. Everybody's familiar with each other in Chicago, but it's okay to be different and separate yourself and get around some people that want to help you get to the next level.
Cool. Pat, thank you so much. Sit tight. We're going to come back. You guys sit tight as well. We're going to take a quick breather. When we come back, small ball, we're going to see if Pat can go for the record of 4, breaking a fellow Chicago native's record. That's Sharon Collins, who's currently the king of the court here on small ball. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to BTB, presented by ZTE. It is time now for some small ball, and I'm not talking Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson type small ball. We'll leave that to them. They're obviously the experts. I'm talking about small ball, ZTE style. And Pat, you've got to try to break the record right now of 4 total makes, as I mentioned, held by your own Chicago Sun, Sharon Collins. You've got 24 seconds to do it. You've got to get your own rebound. That string can get tricky. Are you up for the challenge?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Pat, we'll start as soon as that 24-second clock is up there.
Right.
In 3, 2, 1, small ball is going live. Here we go. Just off the rim there on that first one. There it is. 1 for 2. I remind you, Coach Pitts went 3 for 3 to start, and he couldn't get close to the record. He missed them all. 2, halfway done. We need 2 more to tie it, 3 to break it. Oh, Pat has 3 now, 6 seconds to go. Oh, he shanked it. 2, 1. There's no water in that cup. And it's all over, folks. Small ball is over. You've joined a cast such as Nancy Lieberman, Delonte West, Satnam Singh, all with 3.
Yeah.
You couldn't quite get the record. What went wrong out there, Pat?
I fumbled the ball at the end, turned it over.
Come on now, Pat. You're the point guard.
Yeah.
Maintain composure.
Yep.
Well, Pat, we're going to wrap up this episode of BTB, but before we do, you had a chance to talk to some of your fellow Chicago natives, right, before the end of the last segment. What would you share right now with the folks at Tennessee State about your time there, and what would you share with our Legends fans who are out there watching?
Tennessee State, coming from an HBCU, it's tough to play ball at a professional level. Just stay confident, surround yourself with the right people, and just learn from one another. Like reach out to alumni, like I did. I reached out to Rob, so just reach out to me. I can help, and just stay positive. As far as the fans, keep supporting us. We're going to turn this season around and finish strong and hopefully go to the playoffs.
Patrick Miller joining us on BTB, presented by ZTE. Another fun episode. Unfortunately, not the right episode to break the record here on Small Ball. We'll have him back on before the season's over, though, and see if he can take another crack at it. Thanks again for joining us. Tune in again next week on Beyond the Bounce.